Good night, everybody.
The ONN Big Game of the Week is brought to you by Grange Insurance, your partner in protection. Fort Rapids Water Park Resort, located in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State Highway Patrol. Buckle up for a successful season. Ohio Army National Guard. 1-800-GO-GUARD. Marathon. Fueling the American spirit. Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance. Central Ohio Technical College, OSU Newark. And Sports Medicine Grant and Orthopedic Associates.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Quarter. Toledo St. John's comes back and ties it early in the fourth. Sean Patterson, QB keeper from 5 yards out. We're deadlocked 14 apiece. After a McKinley fumble, the Titans go in front. Patterson over the middle to Jaleel Carter, who makes a fine one-handed catch. 21-14. Toledo St. John's takes the lead. Pups with an answer. Will Sheeler, 36 yards to pay dirt. We're tied again, 21-21. 2:22 left in the game. Morgan Williams goes in from 5 yards out. His third touchdown of the night. Bulldogs go back in front. 7 seconds to play. One last chance for the Titans. And Sean Patterson's pass is incomplete in the end zone. Canton McKinley hangs on to win it, 28-21. Joining the Grange Insurance Sports site from JJHuddle.com, it's JJ, former Ohio State linebacker Jerry Rudzinski, and what a game up at Fawcett Stadium. Hopefully we can get one that exciting in the Division I state final.
I sure hope so, but I tell you what, it's really tough to get ahead, then you lose the momentum and try to regain it, and that's what they did tonight. And I tell you what, all my hat goes off to the Bulldogs. They really scrambled to win this one.
Not the first time Canton McKinley has had to come from behind at the end of the game.
A lot of fireworks in that second half out there, but this was two teams that were going on different paths there at the end of the season. You look at, Toledo St. John's. They had beaten Toledo Central Catholic last week. They had a big win over St. Francis de Sales the week before that. So here they were getting more and more momentum. And on the flip side, Canton McKinley had lost to Massillon, Washington. So I think that plays on the confidence and kind of the psyche of these players as they get ready for the playoffs.
Well, next up for Canton McKinley will be Brunswick. The Battling Bees of Medina don't stick around long in their first ever playoff season. Brunswick knocks off Medina 34-20, moving to 11-0. Canton McKinley, Brunswick next week in the regional semis. And the last time Massillon, Washington and Massillon Perry met came in the 2002 playoffs. Tigers won it on a last-second field goal. Eric Magnaka, 48-yard touchdown run for Perry. Perry down 21-13. Massillon, Washington going through the air. Bobby Huth to Giorgio Jackson, pretty pass. And the Tigers knock off the Panthers 41-20. Fremont Ross back in the playoffs for the first time since 1997. 10-0 Little Giants hosting Toledo Whitmer. That's big Donnie Dottie with a touchdown for the Panthers from Whitmer. And Fremont's all-everything. Ryan Otney goes for the pitch, but whoa! Jerry, check that out.
That's great instincts right there by a defensive football player. Some guys will act a little robotic in that situation. He treated this like backyard football, and Donovan gets it in there for a score.
David Donovan jumping the pitch, taking it for a touchdown, and Toledo Whitmer pulls off the upset, 21-17 over the Little Giants. Now up in Region 1, a couple of familiar foes clashed in the regional quarterfinals. Cleveland Glenville and Cleveland St. Ignatius meeting up on Big Game Saturday. Wildcats knocked the Tarblooders out of the 2003 playoffs. Glenville returned the favor in 2004. After a couple of early St. Ignatius field goals, Glenville marching into the red zone. Jermail Hines rolls, pumps, and strolls into the corner. Tarblooders up 7-6. Just before the half, Hines doing it with his arm, floating a pass to Cordell Scott, who snatches it in the corner of the end zone. 13-6 Glenville at the half. And Jerry, it's so important to have a tall receiver like Scott.
Well, Hines can throw some rainbows, but it's not just Scott's height, but his timing. He's such a great athlete. He knows when to go up and get that ball.
That touchdown made it 19-9 Glenville. And Glenville had a chance to take a knee for a win, but fumbled the football. St. Ignatius looking for a tie in the final minute, but an interception by LeBron Daniel. Cleveland Glenville wins a thriller, 19-12. Glenville almost had a catastrophic error in that final minute of play, but the Tarblooders survived to move to the semis.
Like you say, I think they just take the knee and let the time run. If you have to punt it, punt it. But it made for an exciting finish the way they did it.
St. Ignatius' problem tonight, couldn't get in the end zone, all 12 points coming by the field goal.
You got to be good in the red zone, but they're saying St. Ignatius, they have a super sophomore class here. 2 years from now, people up in Cleveland saying this team will be state champions again. Big-time youth movement going on at St. Ignatius. But with Glenville, Jamel Hines, anytime he's in the game, they're going to have a chance to get out of Region 1.
After starting 6-0, St. Ignatius loses its last 4 games. Well, the top seed in Region 1 is Menor. The Cardinals' playoff run opening this evening against Solon first quarter, and Menor is on the move. Bart Tansky, the keeper, weaves, stumbles into the end zone. 10 yards out, 10-zip Cardinals. Menor's defense getting the ball done as well. J.J. Lasik. J.J., did you teach him how to run this tip drill?
I tell you, J.J., what a great name. I tell you what, that's why you run the drill, and great concentration on his part.
The interception for J.J. Lasik of Menor would set up another Menor score, and the Cardinals hammer the Comets. 45-0, played Glenville in Week 2. Round 2. Bottom half of the bracket, 7th seeded Warren Harding, traveling to Brecksville, Broadview Heights. That is Daniel Boom Herron, the Ohio State recruit, with a touchdown run, giving Warren Harding a 21-14 lead. Brecksville trying to tie the game. Steve Workus to Brad Pollock. Oh, but that touchdown pass called back due to a flag, and it hurt. Warren Harding holds on for the win, 35-21. A lot of people think Lakewood St. Edward will come out of Region 1. Eagles hosting Paynesville, Riverside. Anthony Capasso returning the Riverside punt all the way to the 2-yard line. Frankie Edmonds does the deed from there. 2-yard touchdown run. No trouble for St. Ed's in round 1. Eagles roll 41-14. We are not done with Division 1. Up next on the Grange Insurance Sports site, we head south to check out the happenings in Regions 3 and 4. An incredible game between Coleraine and Moeller in Cincinnati. This is ONN, Ohio's channel for high school sports.
Marquee Matchup is presented by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Not too long ago, I made a big mistake. I let our teenage daughter have a drinking party at the house. I thought it was the right thing to do. I thought it would be safer if they drank here. And I'm embarrassed to say I thought we might be the cool parents. I didn't know it was illegal to allow teenagers to drink alcohol in our home, that we could be prosecuted, fined, even jailed. And we were. And that wasn't cool.
Hi, I'm Ron Greenbaum, the basement doctor. If you've got a crawl space in your home, our Clean Space product is perfect for you. Clean Space is a revolutionary crawl space encapsulation system that can make a dramatic improvement in the health, comfort, and energy efficiency of the space you live in. For a drier, cleaner, healthier home, call today.
Basement doctors on the job.
I own this marathon station, and I'm proud to be part of this community.
These people know me, and I want to take care of them.
It may sound simple, but we work hard to serve you better.
That's the American spirit, and I believe you'll find that at Marathon.
Now, all Marathon gasolines are fortified with STP additives, which help prevent deposit buildup and help maintain fuel economy. Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
Grange Insurance Sports Site, presented by Grange Insurance, your partner in protection.
Cincinnati Coleraine rolls through the Greater Miami Conference on an annual basis. But if the Cardinals are to win the Region 4 championship, they need to take care of business against the GCL South. Test 1 tonight, 2nd-seeded Coleraine hosting Cincinnati Moeller. Coleraine up 21-0. Doug Reynolds, the long bomb to Derek Tabor, 28-zip. And JJ, this one's over, right?
Not so fast. You're about to see one of the best rallies of the night.
1:30 left in the game, and Moeller ties it on a Patrick Banks touchdown. In overtime, Moeller going for the win, but the Crusaders get stuffed on 4th and 1. After trading field goals in the second OT, Moeller puts the ball on the ground in overtime number 3. Cincinnati Coleraine with a chance to win it, and Mark Tabor hits a 40-yard field goal. Coleraine, in a thriller, wins in triple overtime, 34-31. Cincinnati Sycamore now gets another shot at Coleraine next week. 9-1 Aviators taking down Huber Heights Wayne. Mike Latessa, nice run for Sycamore, puts him in position for a field goal. Andrew Hancher boots home the 30-yarder. Sycamore up 24-13. another Ohio State recruit, Johnny Evans, for the Wayne Warriors. Getting into the end zone makes it 24-19, but that's how this one would end. Sycamore beats Huber Heights Wayne by 5. Top seed, Cincinnati St. Xavier meeting Westchester Lakota West, and it was the Darius Ashley show for the Bombers. Breaking a tackle near the line of scrimmage, and off he goes. 55 yards, 1 of 3 touchdowns on the night for Ashley, 7-0 Bombers. He would dazzle the crowd again. This time out of the shotgun, a nifty move for number 8, and this run sets up a 44-yard Denny Milligan field goal. St. X, an easy winner, 44-3 over Lakota West. Cincinnati Glen Estee, Clayton Northmont. First quarter action, Donnie Talbot, 2-yard touchdown run, gives the Trojans a 7-0 lead. A little later, Talbot again, another short run, 14-0 Glen Estee. Northmont finally gets on the board, A.J. Combest doing the honors, but it was all Glen Estee tonight. Kyle Schlater, the touchdown. Glen Estee beats Northmont, 28-14. How about Region 4? Some good games, but none of them could touch that Coleraine-Moeller contest. Your Coleraine defense, Jerry, melted down in the fourth quarter.
You know what, guys? At least all my teams are still left. I'll start with saying that. But
whoa, that's a shot.
You know, Colerane's defense, they're going to have their hands full next week against Sycamore. They went through that entire regular season, only one close game all season long, 19-8. They beat Sycamore, in week number 9. They're going to have them. That's going to be a great football game. But interesting, guys, only one GCL team left, and from that GCL South division. South. Kind of a changing of the guard maybe in Region 4 where it's not just so GCL dominated.
Almost lost that great St. X Coleraine matchup potential in the regional final. Go ahead.
Sure did. I know he's just a little bit nervous as well. I was going to tell you about that rematch. I think they're going to have their hands full with St. X if they do get past Sycamore next week.
Well, we saw some first-round upsets on Friday, and we saw even more tonight. None of them bigger than the one that went down in Lancaster. Region 3's top-seeded Golden Gales beat Gahanna-Lincoln 2 weeks ago, 34-3. Kyle Stoughton finding Tyler Evans with a great catch in the back of the end zone. Game was tied at 7, but then Gahanna starts to roll. Bruce Himes to Chad Dargum. It's 14-7. Himes to Dargum again. 28 yards, and Gahanna-Lincoln stuns top-seeded Lancaster. 33-28. Westerville South hasn't been the same since losing quarterback Rocco Pentello to a broken ankle. Wildcats hosting Dublin Kaufman. Kaufman on the move. Zach Christian to John Ratliff. 15 yards on the score. Rocks up 7-0. Still in the first, Westerville South coming back. B.J. Cunningham with the interception. Wildcats take over. Second quarter, Rocks looking for more. It's Christian to Jake Stoneburner. Dublin Kaufman gets the win over Westerville South, 17-10. Hilliard-Davidson, the Region 3 champion in 2005. Wildcats opening the postseason against Logan. Fourth down, and Connor Dietz hooks up with J.B. Strahler. He gets into the end zone, 7-0 Wildcats. Later in the half, Logan's Michael Angle is intercepted by Will Brown. Hilliard turns the Logan mistake into points. It's actually a Logan interception there. However, Bo DeLandy gets into the end zone, and it is a Hilliard-Davidson victory. There's the interception for Hilliard. Either way, Hilliard-Davidson rolls 38-8 over Logan. Hilliard-Davidson, the only team to beat Upper Arlington this season. Potential rematch if UA could get past Galloway Westland. Westland's Casey Wendell hooking up with Joey Fowler on a touchdown. 2-point conversion, game's tied at 15. 35 seconds left in this game, and Upper Arlington breaks a 21-all tie. Tommy Farwick up the middle, and Upper Arlington wins it 28-21. So we get the Upper Arlington Hilliard-Davidson matchup next week, but we're all stunned that Lancaster didn't win tonight. Oh, big upset by Gahanna-Lincoln.
Stud. I think everybody was talking so much about Lancaster and Hilliard Derby, and now it's not going to happen. So, I mean, I'll tell you what, I think Upper Arlington's going to have their hands full. They couldn't even score on this Davidson team when I saw them during regular season. They've got to come up with a whole new offensive plan if they're going to even stay in this game.
Lancaster won that first time around, too, against Gahanna-Lincoln, 34-3. So for them to lose that was shocking. But Hilliard-Davidson, they're winning their games by 19 points on average. You go to Upper Arlington, 8 of their 10 wins have been by 7 points or less. So I think Davidson is the team in Region 3.
I think that's going to be a close game. You got to give Davidson the edge, but Upper Arlington should be competitive next week in the regional semifinals. Well, Jerry's excited to turn the page and check out the action for Division 3. How would the captains Kettering Ultra Knights fare in their playoff opener with Sandusky Perkins? The Skinny on D3, straight ahead on the Grange Insurance Sports Center.
We are Sports Medicine Grand and Orthopedic Associates. When Friday night's hero becomes Saturday morning's patient, we can help. With convenient hours and locations throughout Central Ohio, we treat the pro, the collegiate athlete, and the weekend warriors. And for the high school athlete, we offer our Saturday morning injury clinic. From prevention to sports injury management to surgery to rehabilitation, we are Sports Medicine Grand and Orthopedic Associates.